Hello, do you want to go take a tour with me today? I am Crystal Gornto, the founder of Heart Stories, and I'm here today at McCathern Family Law at the Star in Frisco, Texas. And I am so excited to get to take you behind the scenes to meet my friend Laura Roach. She's a divorce attorney with McCathern here in Frisco, and I want to tell you that Laura has been such an incredible supporter and advocate of Heart Stories because she believes in the power of women supporting each other and women in just pure connection. And I can tell you that I trust Laura with my whole heart, and I cannot wait for you to meet her. She is tried and true. Let's go see her.
Hey Laura! Hey Crystal, how are you? It's good to see you.
So good to see you too.
Welcome to the Star, and why don't you come in and see my office at McCathern?
I can't wait.
Let's go.
So what do you like the most about working at the Star?
Well, two things. The energy that it has here and the location. It's right in between Collin County and Denton County, and we can easily get to Dallas. We're right off the Dallas Tollway. Yes. But I'll tell you, the energy here is amazing.
I mean, you can tell.
At work, we get to watch the Cowboys practice. There's always media. There's always like hustle and bustle going on. Lots of people watching. So it's just a great place to be, and I love it.
Yes!
Welcome to McCathern.
Well, thank you.
This is our Frisco office. Our law firm's actually based in Dallas, but we have offices in Los Angeles, Houston, and of course in Frisco is where we head up the family law section.
So tell me about the people that you work with.
Well, I have the most amazing team here. I only hire people smarter than me. That's the first thing I learned in building a good, solid team. But up here, we have so many great lawyers. The Frisco office has, family law, but we also do our civil practice up here. And I'm so honored to work with so many great people.
I'd love to hear a story about someone that you helped that meant a lot to you.
I do have this one client that comes to mind because she was a stay-at-home mom. She was married to a lawyer, and they were getting divorced. And at first she didn't want the divorce. Mm-hmm. She didn't have really the skills to have a good job and all that. And what ended up happening was, through the case, I tried to give her hope, and I kept asking her something I do with all my clients. What's your biggest fear and what are your goals?
That's so good.
Because I just want to know, because if I can get your fears taken care of, and then I can go forward and try to reach your goals,
Yes.
So I've asked her that, and her biggest fear is being able to support herself. So we helped her, encouraged her on how to get a job and do all that, and she ended up doing it. And she's been divorced now about 9 months, and she called me yesterday just to say she got a raise and she's so excited and the kids are doing well, and that she also realized that the divorce was probably the best thing that ever happened to her. So the good thing about that, and we didn't rake her through the coals as far as money. Like some divorces you hear on TV or whatever are super expensive. I try to always minimize that as much as possible. Sure. Anyway, she was just somebody I was happy about because she came to be pretty destitute, and then going through the worst time in her life, and then we were able to help her through that legally and emotionally.
So when someone comes to you and they're looking to get a divorce, that probably means there's conflict happening in their lives. How do you coach them through the conflict of the process?
We deal with it often, and I always try to give advice to people. I have a 2x4 rule, and what that 2x4 rule is, they didn't do it to you, they did it for them.
Right.
And I try to get them, especially if they're in the divorce and they're living together, I try really hard to remind them if they're getting in a little dispute or argument with their spouse to realize that the spouse is saying the things that they're saying for themselves, it's not to them. And if they could just stop, slow their brain down a little bit and think of it that way and really look for the things that maybe the spouse is asking for, not only will that help the divorce process go a little bit more smoothly, but also it may end up saving their marriage, which is always my goal. If you come in and you don't want the divorce, I'll do whatever I can in the divorce to try to get you all back together. My advice for women seeking legal counsel is to search out attorneys that they have friends that may have used before. That's one way to find a good attorney. But when you meet with different attorneys, see if you connect with them. It doesn't matter who has the most expensive ad or the most expensive office. What matters is what's your relationship like with that attorney, and are they going to be responsive to your needs? I think you have to keep your goals at the forefront and make sure that whoever you're hiring is helping you walk down that path to reach your goals. The second thing I would say is make sure you have somebody that has been in the community, and like for us, it's Collin, Denton, Dallas area. We're around, we know all the judges, we know all the other lawyers. So those are good questions to ask when you're interviewing an attorney is how long have they been practicing? How many cases do they try? Have they been around a long time? I think that'll help you feel more secure with them. And the third thing, of course, is cost. You need to make sure that whoever you hire, they can be expensive because lawyers are expensive. That's just the way it goes. But that you're getting constant communication about the cost of your case. I think a lot of attorneys wait too long to bill, and then there's conflict between the attorney and the client, and you never want that. And I always try really hard to make sure that's an open communication every couple of weeks so that everybody knows how much money's been spent, how much money's owed, and where we're at in the case. I do family law because I absolutely love it. So I love watching the evolution of a client coming in, being in a bad circumstance, and helping them get to the end. So that's why I do what I do. I can't even explain to anybody how much I love my job. Everybody that knows me well knows that this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm extremely passionate about it. Heart Stories is awesome. It's an excuse for girls, women to get out and away from the house. As a working mom, it's hard for me to make time to connect with friends and to connect with people, and Heart Stories is perfect for that. Isolation's dangerous, and I think that you need to get out there, and women they have a hard time getting out there and taking time for themselves, and Heart Stories makes us go and meet together, whether it's on the computer or at an event. So I've always been a big fan of Heart Stories. I love all the women there. I've had a great time. It's been great for me.
Thank you so much for having us today. It's been so cool to get a tour of your office and get to know you better and get to know McCathern better. We appreciate your support so very much.
Well, we're happy to support you, and we do all kinds of law. So if you have any legal need at all, please don't hesitate to reach out.